Hey guys, it's Mike the Wrestling God Smith. I'm doing this video because it's for the speculation of the draft that's coming up in less than 3 months. And I gotta say, I don't really think they're really gonna do anything that'll be with this draft because there's so many people coming to NXT UK and NXT itself. People are coming back. I just don't really see a sense of it because here's the thing: that even if they do reboot the whole roster, it's not really gonna change anything because we kind of seen what Raw's been doing. I mean, I was happy with the whole like Super Nikki gimmick and all that other stuff and the Hell in a Cell match that happened, but really, they're not gonna do a lot. They're not gonna get rid of Seth and put him back on Raw because that really doesn't make sense to do that. I'd rather him be on SmackDown because he never really got to do any storylines on SmackDown. And to kind of to kind of to kind of cut a point here, they don't even know if they want to do it because here's the thing: you got Roman who's Universal Champion, which I think is a really good move. But if they're not gonna, if if they're not going to like do anything with him, like Wise, I don't really think he's gonna have a contender for the Universal Championship unless they give him Ray, because I kind of feel like that would be a really good setup, or Seth, which would work a lot because they're both heels, so it kind of would work and probably an epic storyline because they both have a kind of a way, like they're both trying to put like like pretty much preach their philosophy on the WWE internet, like the WWE fans. I'm not gonna say universe because universe is outdated now. It's just like here's the thing: I don't see it. I don't see it with the women's division is not gonna get rebooted because here's the thing. Eva Marie's probably gonna get fired again, or even if she does go to SmackDown, it's not really gonna be a big thing anymore. So to a sense, they can't do anything. And I'm trying to really just be a little bit optimistic, but I'm not really that optimistic. And to a sense, I kind of get the reason to it. I kind of get the reason why we do things or why we end up doing them, but it's just the thing. You see what they did with Piper Niven because I just don't see them doing anything right because it's there to be creative, and it's because they don't want to make these people, they want to make them comedy acts rather than actual superstars. And I'm just like, dude, you got Matt Riddle, you got him there, you got Keith Lee, which for God's sake, I don't even think they're gonna even do anything with him, even if they put him back on the roster and put him on. Like, he would kind of be a threat for Roman because I would want him to be on SmackDown being Universal Champion. And I just don't see him going after Bobby just yet. Because here's the thing, like Bobby's got a lot of people who want that belt, and I think Drew was the only guy that he couldn't like. Drew was like can't even beat Bobby because I think he's had a shot as WWE champion. I think he's had a shot unless he wins Money in the Bank in a couple of weeks, which I don't think it's even going to be possible because they're not trying with this. They're not trying with that brand, and I feel that like the majors like Slammiversary is a big thing, but it's really not a big thing. And this is the thing, I kind of feel that this is what I'm trying to explain it to you guys, that the brand, like the draft is never, it's not gonna be important anymore because we got we got suckered the last 2 years ago because we didn't. This is the thing, when we were hyped about it, when we thought we were gonna go a different route with it, they didn't want to go a different route with the draft, and they didn't. And it's sad because I've seen what they've done. I've seen what they do to this draft every year because the fact of the matter is they don't know where they want to go with it. And it's not Vince's fault because Vince is gonna probably end up stepping down because he can't do it anymore. I think it's because they don't know where to go. You got a stacked roster of women who can go, but you're putting them in dumb matches. Like you're putting Shayna Baszler and Alexa Bliss in a match, which normally on any other planet I would love, but they didn't. Even the Hell in a Cell pay per view, the card itself was lame. They don't do anything. They don't try to do anything with this generation, and it's like, dude, You literally have a bunch of people in NXT that are doing so much better in like the second, third year than people on Raw and SmackDown the second or third year. You got Miz trying to go somewhere, trying to be Money in the Bank again, which they're going to probably give him some championship angle if they even try to give it to him, but they're not going to give it to him. And to a sense, I kind of get the reasons to things, and I kind of get the reasons why we do it, but I don't really see it. Like, I don't really get it. I don't really see it. I don't really see a big thing. Unless they can get Velveteen Dream back and probably bring him back in some way, which would be a big score. Because this is the thing. Because what's going to end up happening for, like, pretty much for the foreseeable future is literally NXT is going to drown. And it's going to drown so badly. And I mean so badly that they're trying to come up with something to work with. That's why it's gonna drown, because there's no sense of it. There's no sense. And the thing is, there really is no sense to it, because, like, here's the thing. The foreseeable future, NXT is going to survive, or Raw is going to drown. Because SmackDown is going to survive because they're going to figure out a way to get everybody back. They're going to figure out a way to book everybody. And this is the thing I'm thinking about, even with, like, the War Raiders and everybody, they're not going to be able to book everybody. And even if they did reboot everyone, nobody gets a break. You don't even have, like, the tag team champions are AJ Styles and Omos, which I don't even think they're doing anything with them. Because brainly, they don't want to do nothing. Elias is probably not getting any TV time, because I'm pretty sure Kevin Owens took a break. So even if they did do something, it wouldn't be such a threat. Because here's the thing, they want so many talent, they want so much talent, but they don't want to put the effort to get the talent in. And it's what's the sad part about the whole situation, is that they're trying to grab everybody they can, because they know AEW is kind of a threat, but they're really not a threat. And it's like, well, Vince doesn't, like, and this is the thing, the creative don't know, because you got people who are running the show that don't know. Like, you had people in the past, like Jim Cornette. You had people like Vince Russo. Like, this is the thing with Raw that kind of dies a little bit, because they don't know how to book people. The booking is awful. The championships don't even try to put the championship on the line like they did in the Ruthless Aggression era, because when they were trying to do that and they made it a thing, they don't do it. It's really just it's really like a mind game to everybody. That's why I don't really, like I'm saying, in my opinion, guys, and I'm just trying to make a point. My point is, we're not going to get what we think we're going to get for the draft. We're not getting anything. We're barely getting a 24/7 champion, if they even decide to do with anything with that belt, because I feel like it's a hardcore title that's not really a hardcore title just in 2021. I would have been okay with Mick Foley. I would have been fine with that if he wasn't trying to bring something back from the dead. You just don't do that, you know? And the thing is, if they do the draft, they need to get better general managers. They do. They need to get Adam Pearce and give somebody a role that actually can fit the role. Like Stephanie, if she was running the show, or Triple H was running Raw, then things would be different. And we wouldn't have to deal with it. That's why the Authority didn't work out, because there were so many people trying to interject themselves into things, and there were so many misconceptions, because there really is. You got Bobby Lashley, who literally is not going to have a chance. Like, even if he has a challenge at Money in the Bank, there's no guarantee he's going to lose that belt, because that dude's pretty much on a streak right now, just like Drew is on a streak. He's not dropping that belt. He's not going to. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't. I don't even think he would drop. I mean, he could probably drop it to Kofi if Kofi. And this is the thing, Kofi's so fixated on getting the rematch he never got. They should have angled that in the story when they should have angled it when Drew was fighting him. When Drew had the title, they should have angled it. Because they don't do that. And that's the thing with Kofi. Kofi's a good guy. He's a likable dude. They're trying to reunite the New Day, which perfectly understandable. They're gonna end up doing it. They're going to end up doing it. They're going to end up switching everything back because everything's not going to work out. Because Raw doesn't work itself out. That's the problem. They give these dudes so many opportunities to flourish, and they don't flourish. He is fine being a singles guy, but they're never going to give him a championship to become a singles dude because there's not enough championships. And like I said, here's my point. My closing point to this situation, guys, is that we don't get anything. You've seen what they do. You've seen what they do on Raw, and Raw is really a laughable show because they got Eva Marie who's not doing anything. What is she doing here? What is Piper Niven doing with her? Because Piper Niven should have just debuted by herself. That would have made an impact. That would have been a thing. They could have got the NXT data because they don't do it because NXT has everybody. That's the sad part. They don't try with these guys. They don't try with these guys because there's no communication between the main roster and Raw and NXT because NXT is they think that NXT is so below them, like the main roster's the ticket. You're not gonna become champion. That's why you never see a Raw Heavyweight title. You've never seen a Universal Champion come on NXT. You don't see it. See, you got guys who probably like Johnny Gargano, which he could have been on main roster. He could have been on main roster when he did his whole heel gimmick. He would have been fine. If they were pushing the guy, they find a play. They don't have a plan for nobody. They didn't even have a plan for Keith when he went up. They had no plan. He's a big dude. He's a powerhouse. Why didn't y'all put this dude in the main title like y'all wanted to put him? And give him Drew, give him Bobby, give him guys he could fight against that he could be a monster with. So you get Karrion Kross in there, he's going to have Bobby to take on. And Bobby's going to have to really put on a fight to beat the dude because he's not going to be able to beat him. You see, that's why you got Kross. That's why you have the guy. Because he's such a presence, he's such a destructive presence that most people don't even realize. And this is what I'm saying, guys. And I apologize if the video is long. I apologize. But I'm explaining. I'm just giving you guys a reason to not believe in the draft. Because this is the thing. I have a lot of hope for this year's draft, but I don't. And why would you do it in August? Why would you do the draft right after SummerSlam? It doesn't make sense. So whoever wins a belt at SummerSlam or whatever, they got to get automatically drafted. Instead of trying to unify both titles, because they're never going to do that, because God knows they don't want to. They don't want to. We don't even know if the Fiend's coming back. We haven't seen that dude in like a year. And the thing is, he was getting played out when he came. Because Bray Wyatt's been through so many metamorphoses, and I know the guy because he used to be Husky Harris. He used to be a dude on NXT that came back in NXT, did his Bray Wyatt gimmick, came back and went to the main roster, nobody even knew who he was, and then nobody had to pick up the pieces. Nobody knows. Finn is great, and I would want him on the main roster, but here's the thing about Finn, but I would want him on. I'd rather the dude be on SmackDown than Raw. I would want Adam Cole to be on SmackDown or Kyle O'Reilly to go to Raw so he can kind of balance. But they're not going to do anything with him. He's a great dude. That's why they want to put him in the cruiserweight spot, or they want to put him somewhere that they can get something from him. Because scientifically, they don't know what they want to do. This is what I mean, guys. Like, we got guys that can go, and then you're worried about people who are going to mess up the brand or mess up the draft. You literally have people that are not even stepping up the thing. But I'm sorry for the ideal of it, because they don't know what they want to do. And like I said, guys, this is my ending point. Here's what's going to happen for the draft, and I'm going to tell you. People that are on SmackDown, meaning the women's division, Bianca's going to stay on SmackDown. Bayley's going to stay on SmackDown. Sasha's going to go to Raw. That's a definite going to happen on the draft on August 30th. That's a definite going to happen. Piper Niven is probably going to go to SmackDown because she's going to end up switching because that's going to end up happening. She's going to go to SmackDown. She's going to have a fantastic rivalry. She's going to get better. people on NXT UK are gonna go to NXT or go to Raw, but they're not gonna really take them. They're gonna bring Kylie Ray in there to kind of break up the thing between her and Rhea, because they're gonna probably, or bring Miko Satomura, because that's kind of a prediction I'm making on my own distinction, because that's what they need to start putting her at, and she needs to be there. Because I want her to be at the main roster whooping butt, because she's the boss. I want to see her. Because she's awesome. And I do want to see a rivalry with her, Asuka and Charlotte. I really want to see that. So if they can get her on main roster, she would kill him. It would be it would make Asuka get more serious. That would actually give her a little bit more of a fight. Then the boss would be the new women's champion. I would like it. That's gonna happen, guys. This is what I'm saying. I got two more predictions and I'm done. My first to last prediction. Here's what's gonna happen with the titles. Raw is gonna have the WWE title. There's gonna be unification at some point. Or there's gonna be a brand new title that they're trying to come up with for the cruise, or they're gonna try to rebrand the Cruiserweight brand, and they're gonna probably try to remake it in NXT. That's gonna happen. So the NXT Cruiserweight brand is going to happen. And on top of that, and I'm pretty sure NXT UK is going to get a lot more people. Meaning that Blair Davenport, a.k.a. Bea Priestley, because I knew she was coming to NXT a long time ago. I don't know why they didn't do her debut yet, but I'm surprised. So, no, like I said, she's going to end up she's going to end up kicking butt on NXT UK. So she's going to make her debut after SummerSlam, or pretty much after SummerSlam, before the draft. But anyway, guys, like, comment, subscribe. Peace.